been very supportive, and I've appreciated that because you don't know how much it means when the founding family supports you. But also tonight, Ron and Roberta Potts are here tonight. And would you stand? Yeah. I did. All right, Dave, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Chancellor Roberts, Mart, and Dr. and Mrs. Rutland. What a wonderful, wonderful evening. Dr. and Mrs. Rutland, we couldn't send you home from ORU without giving you some ORU things that you could wear down at Southeastern. So why don't you come on up in the front here? Come on up, please, come on up. You've described yourself as a courageous person, right? Right. There you go. I think, why don't you just take it out, hold it up, all right? Sort of a branding piece.
Well, it is a branding piece. If I wear this on the campus down there, I will be branded. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Rutland. Thank you. We don't expect to have you put that over your suits here tonight, but when you do get on the campus, Cody, if you could take a picture of that, please, on the campus, in front of the sign, Southeast, we'd love it. Our alums would love it, Dr. Rutland. Seriously. Dr. Fagan has used a word or a phrase to describe the things that have gone on this past year. He said we've experienced miracles of biblical proportion. I've heard him say that more than once, and I've used that phrase more than once to really describe what has gone on. And there are no words that can really capture all that has happened, that has occurred within the past 15 months, other than to go back to saying God is a good God. Expect a miracle. You'll see that at the ball game tonight, and that will take on a new meaning again for each of us tonight, I know. As alumni, I want to thank you, first of all, as I mentioned, for you being here tonight. The numbers at each of the events has been just absolutely astounding. I'm going to speak in a pragmatic sense, but the numbers also in giving has been absolutely phenomenal as well. Alumni giving this year at the end of January was $1.216 million, which is up 109% since last year, which is a record year. Thank you to the countless alumni, but you know there's another number that's really important. We have had this year, up through the end of January, 585 first-time alumni donors. That is a 324% increase over last year in the midst of all the exciting news. 585 first-time donors in this fiscal year as of January 31st. Alumni are on board, coming on board, and will be on board, and that is an exciting thing. As you know, you've read, I'm sure, and seen Celebrating the Vision tonight. Celebrate the Vision has been part of the Renewing the Vision campaign that was kicked off by the Board of Trustees back in January 30th. Campaign that was designed to raise money for the student, the ORU, the university, but then to be matched by the Board of Trustees to go toward eliminating the remaining $25 million of debt. The giving on that is well over $13 million, which has dropped the debt to about $11 million as we speak, and I think we ought to give God glory for that. If there was ever an opportunity to give, to plant a seed in ORU, it is now. This is the time. This is the time to plant the seed and to see the field not only being fertilized, but the rain coming down to cause that seed to grow in biblical proportions. I'd like you to pass out, there's cards at the table that each of you have. If you could just pass these out there, celebrate the vision. I'm just going to give you a little bit of information because this is an opportunity tonight to celebrate the vision in a seed gift. This opportunity tonight is part of the Renewing the Vision campaign. That campaign goes on till April 30th of this year, and then that matching campaign will end. But an important item for you to know tonight is that any gifts given tonight, pledged tonight, through the rest of April 30th, if they are designated on your form for the whole person scholarship campaign, you've heard Mark talk about that, to recruit spiritually alive, intellectually alert, physically disciplined, and socially adept high school students to bring them here. Any dollars given toward that, pledged tonight and paid by April 30th, will be quadrupled. That is a real match, and that is something I think we ought to give thanks to God for as well. And let me explain that to you. If you were to give $100 tonight, that $100 will be matched by the Green family, and I'm going to ask the Green family again to be honored. That is a tremendous blessing that you have given to ORU. That will be matched. Amen. That $100 will be matched by another $100 to be $200 to go toward the whole person scholarship fund. That $200 will be matched by the trustees with another $200 to equal a $400 gift. That additional $200 will go toward reducing the deficit from that $11 million down to hopefully zero. That is an absolutely phenomenal opportunity to plant seed. If you gave $1,000, would become $4,000. $10,000 would become $40,000. And let me repeat, there has never been a better opportunity to plant a seed into Oral Roberts University as it is tonight. Not only a seed of giving, but a seed of an encouragement, a seed to launch Dr. and Mrs. Rutland here into the presidency of ORU with a debt that's not at $11 million, but we would love to have it be zero. What a way it would be for Dr. Ralph Fagan to go back to his position as provost to hand a paper with a crossed off mark on it with the debt paid off to the trustees, and we have several trustees here tonight, to show them that as alums, we believe in this place. We truly believe in this place. Alumni giving is up in percentages, and I could go through another whole series of figures, but I won't do that. But as alumni, it's the same as looking at a person who works at Ford Motor Company, and if they drive a Toyota, you wonder about Ford. Maybe that's not the thing to be saying right now. But Ford is the one that didn't have to take the dollars at this point in time. ORU is in a tremendous opportunity. A couple of people asked, how can we tell and how can we spread the word to other alums there that ORU is alive and is doing well and the great things that are going on? Well, you can verbally tell them, but you can also say, look, it's going so well, I believe it, and I planted seed in that property. I planted seed in my alma mater. It goes past verbs, nouns, and action in saying you planted a seed. So I'm going to pray here in just a minute, and then I'm going to ask you, if you're with your spouse or by yourself, to ask God what He would want for you to give, to pledge tonight. And I would encourage you to mark that whole person scholarship. If you're a business person, boy, this is the best place to invest your money. I see some financial investors out here. That's a great deal going. It beats any of the programs that you have, Gary. Let's ask God to speak to our hearts. Father in heaven, we rejoice. Words don't describe our gratitude to you for bringing us to this place. It's hard to believe, God, and all we can do is stand under that prayer tower, as Tim said, look up, see the flame, believe in you, trust in you, and thank you.